So, hello everybody, and welcome to Crunch Sports. Welcome to our new segment. We've named it the Big Six, and now new season we've got. And first week of the Premier League, Arsenal started off with 2-0 defeat. Well, Akash, I'll start off with you. Where do you stand on Arteta? What do you think? Is he the man? Are you backing him, or do you
See,
think the job is too big for him?
I want him to have a full transfer window, get the players in, have 6 months with the players, and let him make his own team. See what happens after that. Like he hasn't been given the proper resources so far. Like Ole spent 415 million so far, and Arteta has only spent less than half of that. So let him spend the money, make the team he wants, and then we'll see. Like right now,
But
like
do you think the board is
Trust the
actually
process,
backing him
huh?
with the players he wants, or do you think that it's how do you
yeah, the
rate
board
the
is
transfer
back. I
window?
mean, see, we could have got Onana and Madison for the same. I mean, like not for the same amount, but like yeah, we could have got both of them. But Arteta persisted that he wanted Ramsdale and Odegaard to come back. So yeah, the board's given him what he wants, and I think we're not done yet. We want another striker and we want a right back also. So there's still lots of outs and ins left. So
What
we'll see
what
what
is
happens.
your choice, Madison, Odegaard?
See, Madison is costs almost double of what we got Odegaard for. We got Odegaard for 30 million, and Madison was quoted only at 70 million. Leicester said only 70 million. If you put, we'll come to negotiation table. So obviously Odegaard, he's younger than Madison. He's 22. He has a higher ceiling, in my opinion, than Madison. Odegaard he's the youngest player to make a debut for Madrid first team. So obviously, see, Odegaard has the higher ceiling, and getting him without a buyback clause is vital. And I think
And
it'll
about
be one of the bargains of the summer. 30 million for Martin Odegaard is a bargain.
I agree. I think anything less. I think Buendia was more expensive than what you got.
Yeah,
Odegaard.
Buendia was more expensive, and he played in the championship. We're getting a player from Madrid, so and
And
I
about
think Madrid are let him go on the cheap also. Arsenal were ready to pay more than 50 million easily because they were his. I mean, he was
they
his
didn't
first.
have
He
money
was our
because
first
they wanted
target.
Madison, right?
Yeah, he was our first target. We didn't want to overpay for Madison, but we would have overpaid for Martin Odegaard easily because like Arteta is in love with the guy. He's like he's the messiah for Arteta's the whole system. So
And
yeah,
about Ramsdale, do you think he's worth 24, or do you think he's
yeah.
just a backup keeper, or do you think
No,
he'll
see,
be
I
number
think
one?
he's here to compete only because Leno is going through a very rough patch at the moment, right? So I think Ramsdale comes to Arsenal in the mindset that he wants to, become number one as soon as possible. Because if Leno keeps doing what he does on the pitch right now, then obviously Ramsdale will get his chance, and I think he'll take it. In my opinion, see, he's very underrated in my opinion also because people keep saying three relegations, but if you look at his stats, he has better stats than
Right.
Henderson, with who had like a wonder season in Sheffield, according to many people. But Ramsdale had better stats than
He has a
Henderson in the
higher
same
a
team.
save percentage
Yeah, he
also.
has higher percentage of save and stuff. But like, yeah, obviously people will say 24 million for a relegated keeper and stuff like that. But that's gonna follow him wherever he goes. But yeah, he's a gunner also. So obviously, he'll fight for the badge and stuff. So yeah, it's not a good deal in my opinion, but it is what it is. You can't change it now. 24 million. Yeah,
And
it's fine, I
50
guess.
million
Maybe.
for White.
Yeah, 50 million for White. See, I'll tell you, 100 million for Grealish. Okay. Huh? 150 million for
we'll,
Kane.
we'll get to that with Paritos also.
100 million
I'm
for
just
Grealish.
saying,
If you're giving
Grealish.
100 million for
I'd say
Grealish,
Grealish's debut was
50.
quite impressive. Grealish's debut was quite
Grealish's debut
impressive.
was impressive. All man did was sidestep and fall down, bro. What you saying?
I think that's what
He
Grealish
did
usually does,
try.
doesn't he?
He put.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what he
Bro.
does well.
Okay, bro.
He's
I'll tell
got
you
the start
something.
for the
Okay,
most powerful
100
team.
million
But
for
where is
Grealish,
the
who's
result
26.
with Grealish? Where is the one positive result with Grealish till now?
Bro,
He is
see,
just like
a
how I
100
think
million
Balaji and
player
I had the same
should
discussion.
impact your team in such a way that you win something insane. Okay, Grealish is not that player. Grealish is not going to impact that City team. You know that. Even you know that.
I think he would work well alongside with De Bruyne. It's like a complementing factor,
But
and I
then
think Grealish would add that
But
kind of
is he
class and
worth
that kind of
100 mil is
contribution to
what
the
I'm
team.
don't
saying.
you think he's similar to Sterling? I
See,
mean,
the 100 million thing,
that's
I
what
don't think
Sterling does.
it wasn't Man City's decision. No, but
was
the
Pep's
100 million,
decision.
the price tag wasn't determined by City. It's based on the value that Aston Villa had for him. So
So
technically, he could be like a 50. He could be as
so
worth
see,
as 50 million as well.
see, Brighton's
Yeah, but has
Brighton
Ben White
valued
done
him at
a better
50
job in his
million.
debut?
It was an Arsenal's problem.
But did Ben White do a
we
better
wanted
job?
him, we got him.
That's
Simple.
what. Did Ben White do a good job conceding 2 goals on his debut?
See,
Yeah,
bro,
letting
he's
two-
23.
Did he do a better job than
Okay.
Grealish?
He's
There was
23.
a word that he was
He's-
Premier League experience. He was English
Yeah,
and he was Premier League
bro,
experience.
if you're judging, see, I'm not judging Grealish right now on one game, okay? I'm telling one thing, that is 100 million for Grealish has to, some 100 million on any player spent by any team, that player should massively change the team, right? Towards the positive direction, obviously. And do you seriously think Grealish is going to change City now?
First of all, I don't think City needed to spend
See, that's
100
the thing.
million on
I don't
any
think
player.
I don't
Exactly.
think City needs
Kane is
Exactly.
different, but then I don't think like De
I don't think
Bruyne is
City
a
need to
100
change
million
much.
player.
Maybe
He's a
it's like
150 million.
Exactly.
So it's more
Yeah,
about bringing
so
in
it's-
tiny
It's
adjustments.
more
to make
about
the
I
team
have
work
money,
much
I will
better.
spend. That's it.
That is one thing about City. You had Bernardo Silva and you had Foden, the same places, and you bought
Yeah,
Grealish.
exactly.
You will play Sterling
No
on left
need for
wing.
Grealish at
and
all.
Grealish to pay
Just
as
buy
Because there's
$100
rumors
100
of
million. Take
there is because Bernardo Silva doesn't want to stay at the club. He's agreed that he does not want to stay at City.
Okay.
Does
okay,
he
then
not
keep
want
on
to
like
stay
this.
because you have signed Grealish?
Obviously.
No, he said this beforehand. Obviously, I think I remember reading this somewhere that he said that
Okay,
he
same
wanted to
club,
like
same
opt
club.
out.
Nathan Ake, 40 million to sit on the bench. 40 million to sit on the bench, bro. 50 million, he'll
He
start
doesn't
38
even sit
games.
on the bench.
I'd say I would
Exactly, he
say
doesn't
Ake
even
is
come
hardly sat on the
sometimes, bro. He
bench.
sits at home. 40 million to sit at home, bro. Come on.
I don't.
How
I
can they
don't think
talk about
Ake was
50
a good
million wide
signing.
transfer?
Okay. Let's get back. We've diverted. So, what do you think, Arsenal against Brentford? What do you think? What went wrong? And you've got Chelsea, and then you've got City in the next 2 games. Where do you think that goes? Got a hard
Lukaku
start.
versus Pablo
Ben
Mari,
White.
okay?
Ben
No,
White.
no. No, Ben White plays in the right. Okay, I'm just thinking White won't.
I'm
fuck
sorry,
up
but
like
I think
that.
Arsenal's defense was really bad on the opening day.
Yeah, for real.
It was the only thing that they lacked. The defense.
Yeah, but like not. See, we need a striker to finish. That's our main thing, and we don't have Aubameyang and Lacazette available because COVID. So that was our main thing. So like our game against Brentford was going to get cancelled till like 2 hours before
Yeah, I came in the
because
news.
of COVID and stuff. So
Yeah.
that also disrupted the flow of the team, obviously, because it was a completely different starting 11 till Aubameyang and Lacazette became unavailable. So he had to change the entire team around and like get in youngsters and stuff like that. Martinelli just came from
I
Tokyo.
actually didn't expect him to start, but then
Exactly.
He had to.
No one expected him to start. He had to because we didn't have anybody else. Saka had like one training session since the Euros or something like that. So and Martinelli had played some games in Tokyo. So that's why he started. So see, there are many excuses, but like we don't want to give any excuses because it's Brentford. So obviously.
Right. Next match against Arsenal versus Chelsea. Siddharth, Lukaku. What do you think about Lukaku?
Yeah, no, he was the one missing piece in our jigsaw. That's what everyone's been saying, and that's definitely true because last year our top scorer was Jorginho, and he was the penalty taker. You saw what Lukaku did in Milan with his weight loss, with his fitness, with his first touch and everything. And he played under an ex-Chelsea manager, Antonio Conte, who won the Premier League with us. So I think, and Thomas Tuchel's done fantastic with our defensive midfield and our defensive shape. So I think the only thing we lacked was the center striker, and that's where we wanted to invest. And we invested perfectly. Yeah, of course, he would cost over 100 million. Everyone knew that. Every player that Chelsea was going for was around 100 and over 100 million. But yeah, we can afford it. So I think he'll be one of the top scorers. It's difficult to say if he'll reach the boot level first season and he's just back in the Premier League. But yeah, I'm definitely sure he's going to score many goals. There's no doubt.
Well, since he left
with the
United,
likes
he has
Mason
really
Mount.
stepped up.
Yeah, he has stepped up.
He
But
has.
Siddharth, would you have Lewandowski or Lukaku on your starting 11 if Lewandowski was available?
He is
See,
apparently
the thing
today in
about
the news came
Tuchel,
that he
right,
is
that-
available.
There are reports that he's available now. He wants to
Yeah,
stay.
he's available.
It's a little
But
too
if-
late, but then
if
City can
Chelsea
act
didn't
on
buy
it.
Age-wise, I had to prefer, Lukaku. And Lewandowski is not played in several leagues, so I don't know how he'd perform in the Premier League. That's what happened.
And
with-
of course, Tuchel's system also. He doesn't buy players that don't fit his system, anyways.
Yeah,
And
he plays with 3 at the
obviously
back.
But no, Lewandowski
Bayern
made it
is-
very clear in the beginning itself. He was almost out of this market because his family was settled there and he didn't want to move.
I know
so-
reports came out today stating he wants to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
he's
110
still got
million.
around 3 years
the
left in his
entire transfer
contract.
window. See, after we've spent over 100 million, again spending on a
Would
striker is not a...
you spent, how much did you spend? 150?
110, I guess.
120 overall, I think. A little over 110 overall.
110 plus add-ons.
Would you have gone and spent? I mean, of course you did spend now, but 120 million for Lukaku or 160, 170 million for Haaland? What would you?
No, I wouldn't go 160 for Haaland. Probably a little lesser than that. His talent is phenomenal. He even scored for Dortmund recently, right? So his talent is phenomenal and his age is also perfect. But it is what it is. Whoever we get is what we take right now because...
So you're happy with the signing, right? Or do you think it's overpriced?
For?
Lukaku?
For Lukaku, it's not overpriced. With his goal tally and his assist tally also with Inter Milan last season. So I don't think it's overpriced and it's something that Chelsea can afford at the moment. If it was a team where we couldn't afford and we bid the price, then yeah. But it's something that Chelsea can afford. So I don't think it's grossly overpriced or anything. So yeah.
Paritosh, sticking to striker Harry Kane, do you think it will happen or do you think he's staying at Spurs now?
At this point, I think it should happen because Harry Kane has obviously left an impression on the Spurs fan, and there is a lot of tension in the admin at Spurs between him and the administration with Dan Levy and everyone. So I think a move would be beneficial to us. Obviously, we'd love to have him, him alongside, Sterling, De Bruyne, and Grealish as well. It would make sense, and yeah, I would like to see it happen, but at this point, it's very unclear whether it would happen or not.
And sticking to Spurs, you lost 1-0 without Kane.
Yeah, that was quite a slap.
To be honest, Spurs should have won
did.
that game 3-0, 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, Spurs had a lot of chances. I think that City are right now a little rusty. We have, even last season, I think we started off kind of slow. We didn't really get into that pace, and we took the Premier League in the end, and quite well easily also, I'd say. So
But can you afford that this season, considering Chelsea are breathing down their neck?
I'd say I have my faith in Pep. I think he's proven to us that even in a very desperate situation and all that criticism, he has produced.
Yeah, otherwise what, bro?
titles
Simply
this
250 million on January window. Simple. What's this?
Yeah, bro. Suma, like that only you spend, get players.
No, I think
So,
Messi will get
what
off
is
in
this?
January. 6 months.
Look at
in
United.
United.
They did the same thing. They also spent so much money. How much have United spent? All these clubs are spending money. You do it for a reason.
Arey, not like City.
can't-
Come on. Every
Bro,
window
we didn't
250,
spend,
bro.
like,
Take
250,
bro. How much
300
on
million
defenders
in
you
one
tell, bro?
transfer
Your
window.
defenders alone is my entire
Yeah,
team, bro. What you
Yeah,
saying?
but we've got a stable
City-
defense now, right?
City actually
We
do that,
didn't
you know.
Yeah,
spend
bro.
it
Half
and
a
They-
second
they-
error
they-
by
they-
What
60
stable
million.
defense? What stable defense?
We didn't buy a player who
Chelsea
conceded
without
2
a
goals in the
striker
first.
scored against you guys
first match.
thrice in 3 consecutive games in the Premier League, in the Cup, and in the
Chelsea
Champions League.
slapped City, dude.
I think
Always.
yeah,
Ruben Dias-
Chelsea
Ruben
won
Dias-
it fairly, so I
Ruben Dias
can't
just
say
bows down to
anything.
Kai Havertz. May it be when it's
That's on goal also, bro. Dodgeball he is playing.
I think Diaz will get his revenge. He will do better against Chelsea this
course,
season.
you guys
I'm
rely-
If
sure
he
that's on
doesn't,
his mind.
you'll replace him. No, another 100
At your
million.
counter attack, when teams counter attack, you're just lost. That's exactly what happens in the games where you
In the
concede.
Champions
That's why
League
you
final
play against
also.
the lower teams.
Pep
But
didn't play
against-
the CDM, they were lost.
Oh yeah,
I think that
Some retarded
look,
decisions he
Chelsea
makes, bro.
specifically, yeah, they're a very well
Sometimes
balanced
he
team. I think that we're
overcomplicates
also
it.
a very well balanced team, but yeah, I think Pep sometimes he likes to play a tactical game, which is a little too much sometimes. But I can't say that Chelsea made mistakes because they did play very well against us in all games, whether it was Cup, League, or Champions League finals. So yeah, I say that we produced the right results either way. Even after losing to them, we still won the league. Yeah, we missed out in the Champions League.
Of course.
But you know what City do? City signed 5 players before they find the first pick. They'll sign 5 right backs for that one right back spot, and then they'll be like, yeah, okay, let's move on to the next person.
I mean, we all know that City have the money to spend. If we have the money to spend,
Why do they not sign a left back?
Whatever they do, they 100 million on some Grealish, they spend 50 million is spent on a left back. No, I mean Mendy they have.
Bro,
what is that guy doing?
No, I think Mendy is just not in the right.
What happened to Zinchenko?
I don't think he's right. Yeah.
Bro, Zinchenko is better than Mendy, bro, and he's not even a left back. He's a cam actually. Simply plays him left back, and he does a better job than Mendy.
I just think that Mendy hasn't had much time to prove himself, and yeah, he is a little careless in the back. I do agree that he shouldn't be. He's not the most defensive player. His main mentality is going forward, whipping and crosses. So it's hard to really put in that kind of mindset for a player like him who wants to go up and create chances. And it's hard because we don't even have a number 9 to score headers and crosses for the ones that he's
Alex
delivering.
Robertson also does
this. Ironic.
So. Tierney was the one that created 6 chances. He's the one player that created the most chances in the Premier League weekend. But he was also defensively aware only. What happened, I don't know. This stupid Bellerin, fucking idiot.
I don't think Mendy should be at left back. I think Zinchenko or even Cancelo should be at left back.
What's your prediction for Arsenal versus Chelsea game? Anyone can start.
We did the double over them last season, and I think we've always put in strong performances against Chelsea.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I think, and plus this is the first time our home fans are back at the Emirates since a long time, and we have full occupancy also at the Emirates. So I think it's gonna be a good atmosphere.
I think there is a protest against the Cronkies, so
yeah, there is a protest against the Cronkies also. Yeah, and I think it's not even going to be full ground because of the protest. There's a lot of people that's not going to the game; they're abandoning the game against so as a message against the Cronkies. But yeah, I would expect to have a good atmosphere. So, and we don't have Auba and Laka for that game also. So, considering only that factor, I would go in for a draw, an optimistic draw, 1-1 or 0-0. A draw is what I'm predicting.
Right? What do you think? Lukaku hat-trick?
Nah. It depends all on the defense of Arsenal and Chelsea because it's 3 at the back versus 5 at the back. And it depends on this, since Arsenal don't have any strikers, as Balaji said.
I think Saka is coming back for this game. So I think we need to keep that in mind. This is a Saka that's, worked his ass off in the Indian squad, and he's coming in with a lot of confidence, even though he missed the winning penalty. He's been, one of the most influential players, and him coming back into the side is a big factor for us.
Yeah, it'll play a huge role for Arsenal. I think if Lukaku starts hitting, the first goal,
but I don't think Lukaku is going to start. I don't think Lukaku.
I think he is going to
he will score. Because he might score 1 or 2 goals. That's it.
Has he even
played?
He has started.
He trained, right? But I don't think he's played with the squad yet. So I don't think Tuchel will throw him in. No, he didn't play, right? He didn't play a game, right?
No, he didn't play.
But so many players don't play the game until the first game.
I think he'll come in for the last 30 or 40 or even
I think
get a sub on.
Timo Werner will start and Lukaku will come on.
Yeah. I think
Timo Werner will start.
Yeah, I don't think he will start. In my opinion, I don't think he will start. I don't think Lukaku will start.
So I need a score.
2-1.
Don't tell me 2-1 Chelsea.
Chelsea 2. Arsenal 1.
Paritosh?
I think 3-1 Chelsea.
Will Lukaku start?
I think he will start. Yeah, I think he will. Maybe he won't play the full length of the game. Maybe Werner might come in 60th or 70th minute. But they would want to start Lukaku and get that pressure on and put that pressure on Arsenal's defense. So I think that he might get one. He might score on his debut. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that they will definitely score a few against them. So I'm saying 3-1 to be safe.
So that
Yeah, considering it's an away game and I mean it's not far away, but yeah, yeah. So I feel it'll be a 2-0 or a 2-1, and that one will be because of a Chelsea error. I don't see Arsenal scoring otherwise. I think it'll only be just like Jorginho gave an own goal. So
Oh, that goal, man.
yeah,
That goal was
I
too
feel
good.
I feel it'll be a Chelsea error which will lead to an Arsenal goal if any. Otherwise, it's a 2-0 win for me. No.
I'm going for a 3-0 Chelsea. Like you said, I just don't see Arsenal. I mean, Saka is back, Smith Rowe will play. I'm not sure Odegaard will play, but
I think Chelsea are going to be more careful with this game as compared to the previous encounters.
Yeah.
you
Because,
smashed Crystal Palace apart there. You
yeah,
actually
no,
played like
that was-
Champions League
Palace,
winners. That
no,
was a
we
walkover.
we've done
apart.
we've done the double over them for the last 4 seasons. So yeah, that was nothing new. It's only this game. I think Tuchel knows that he's going into this game with a 1-0 loss against them previously, which shouldn't have been a one. It was a draw was a fair result for that game at max because even Chelsea didn't create many chances. So he
But it
knows
was
that.
it, was it?
I'm going for 3-0. Like you said, I don't think Arsenal will create chances. And
I mean, it's fair. See, if you look at the performance against Brentford and make your mind up.
I'm not only
it's
looking
gonna
at
be
even the way you played
No,
in
if
the
you look at the
preseason
whole
against
squad.
Spurs, against Chelsea, it wasn't convincing.
See,
And
okay, yeah, I'll
Oba
agree.
and
I'll
Naka are
agree.
also not there.
And Auburn, yeah, there are factors are stacked against us to lose this game heavily.
No, and the fact that we rested Kante for the Palace game, even though we could have played him and there's a weak gap, but we still rested Kante and quite a few.
You didn't need him against Crystal Palace anyways. You don't need.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Kovacic played better. I mean, he played good.
Yeah,
He got the
I
assist.
mean, those three guys they've been pivotal for the Champions League also last season. The Jorginho, Kovacic, and Kante, they perform phenomenally. I mean, they really do their job.
Yeah, I mean, odds are stacked against Arsenal right now, dude. It's I don't think we're gonna win. That's for sure. And I don't think we're gonna get a win this month. Actually, it's Chelsea, City, and who's after City?
West Brom. You're playing them in the top.
No, West Brom is in Championship.
No, you're playing them in the cup.
Oh yeah.
Midweek.
Oh, the draws came, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
They're playing West Brom. I think it's what is it? The FA Cup or Carabao?
No, it's Norwich. It's against Norwich, and then you play Burnley.
So we have Chelsea. I'm talking about in the league. We have Chelsea, City, and then Norwich. So yeah, we might nick in a win against Norwich, but I don't see us winning against City or Chelsea. We might get draws.
Well, City, Norwich. I think we all can agree that City will smash them. 3 or 4-0.
Actually, I think Norwich have surprised City also.
Norwich have surprised City. Before.
Yeah, they got a win over us last season as well.
No,
I mean, against
last
Liverpool,
time
Norwich
were
didn't do
in the
anything.
Prem.
So what's your
No, I
prediction
think
for
City will win
game?
it. I think City.
I think City will. Yeah, City obviously have the upper hand, but I think Norwich are in for a surprise result here. I don't know. I just feel like
I think
City always.
I think City will win 3 or 4-0 against Norwich, and
I think it would probably
because
be
you also
3 or
lost
maybe
against
2.
Spurs. Considering you lost
Yeah,
against
so
Spurs,
there would
That's
be
the-
more
You lost against Spurs.
more fire to actually perform. Yeah.
right?
Last
And
time
then
they lost,
they would have had
over Watford
I
7-2
think
or something.
Mahrez missed a good chance against Spurs. I thought he would just put it in. He slipped. I think he was right in front of the
he
goal and
slipped.
he
It was a
slipped.
slip.
That
It
was
was a slip,
sad.
yeah, it was-
I mean, but Spurs had 3-4 good chances, like Ashwin said.
Right.
So
okay. Talking about United, how much did you win? 5-1, right?
5-1.
5-1 against Leeds.
5-1.
Last season against Southampton 9-0 at Old Trafford, 3-2 away from home. What do you think? Predictions?
United will win, bro. I think Sancho will get his first goal.
Yeah, I think Sancho will get his first goal. It'll be a 3-0 or 3-1 or something. And United will obviously score in the second half. So it's confirmed
They
United
always
will
do
score in the
that.
second half.
But no, United will win 3-0 at least. I don't see
3-0.
Southampton scoring because they lost Ings. They lost their defensive
Right.
Westergaard. They have literally nobody. I don't know what they're doing. So it's very difficult.
I think only that
They
Ward
have this
Prowse-
guy called Adam Armstrong, which
Yeah.
I
He scored
really
a
like
goal.
him.
I saw that. That was because of a defensive error again. I think.
No, he scored a pen, I guess. I think he scored a pen.
No, it
Yeah, it was
was
a
from
pen.
open play.
It was
but
a-
it was a
it
mistake.
was a
at the back.
It
defensive-
was an open play. I thought
Yeah, it
I
was
thought they got a
defensive
pen.
error.
Oh damn! Okay.
No, it wasn't a set piece. It wasn't set piece.
Someone messed up in the defense and it went in. I mean,
I think
there
it was Keane. It was Keane, yeah.
What do you think,
It was-
Paritosh? What do you think of Sancho? City's youth product. Do you think he will succeed in the Premier League, or he might take time?
I think he'd do well in the first season, but maybe he'd like lose his stride eventually. He just needs more game time, in my opinion. But yeah, he will do well. He will do well, obviously.
For me, more than Sancho, I'm excited about Varane. I don't know if he'll start.
Yeah,
I
Varane.
hope he does. But like Siddharth said, I think United will win 3-0 because they've lost Ings, they've lost Vestergaard as well. Who I think they've got Walcott. I just don't see. I think Ward-Prowse free kicks might be the only way.
Tino Livramento also. I like him a lot. The Chelsea product that went to
Chelsea
Southampton.
product,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
I
this
really
week, if anyone will cause City problems, it'll be Gallagher and
Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore. I think these two will
Billy
only
Gilmore.
cause them problems. So, and yeah,
Paritosh, we'll start with you. Who do you think is the closest rival to you to challenge for the title?
I think it's either Chelsea or United. Chelsea and United, both of them.
So you're going for City.
And maybe Liverpool as well. Sorry?
I think we're all forgetting Liverpool for some reason because
Yeah.
Yeah.
they aren't signing anyone, and then they had a bad season last year.
No, I think you're
See,
forgetting.
but it
the
doesn't
team
matter to
They
them
have signed
actually.
someone.
No,
They
the
have
team
signed
you're
Conte.
forgetting is West Ham. The team you're forgetting is West Ham.
No, dude,
That
no
team-
chance. West Ham
No.
haven't signed anybody. They have Europe also. Their squad
And they've
cannot
lost-
handle.
And
Yeah,
they've lost
exactly.
Lingard.
Exactly. I think
Lord
West Ham are going
Lingard.
to have a terrible season this year unless they abandon
Lingard.
Europe and play only Premier League. They'll be able to secure a top half finish. Otherwise, they're
Okay, what do you predict from West Ham finishing? I mean, in the Europa League, quarterfinals or
No.
finishing top
No,
of the
I don't see
table?
them. I don't see
I
them
think
going
round
to the
of 32.
quarterfinals if they don't invest, dude.
I think round of 32 or 16 max. But I think
Yeah,
they do
round
well
of
in
16.
Premier League. I think they've got good players. They've got Rice.
Yeah,
Schuster.
there are two centre mids.
got
There is
Antonio.
Juszczyk and Declan Rice. Those two are purely.
See, this is what
Inside.
happens. See, that's what Europe is a huge deal. So, like,
It depends.
when
Yeah, like if they want
Yeah.
Europe, then it's gonna be hard.
yeah, if they want to progress in one of those competitions, they'll have to play that main squad.
I mean,
And-
he's right because even Leicester invested and they've got the results from even in
West Ham
Europe.
haven't
at least.
gotten a single player, bro. Imagine they haven't gotten a single player this whole
Not even a
window.
single player.
No, they haven't signed
No,
anybody.
they got
this whole window.
no, they got Areola. That's a good shout out.
Yeah, that's a
for
loan
keeper.
deal, right?
That's a
The
loan deal.
keeper.
They haven't
I mean-
got anyone that's gonna save them from, that's not. They haven't got anyone that will make a difference, right? In their starting lineup.
I wish they come and sign Lingard. I don't want Lingard at United. But
Yeah, I think his career is over at United.
there's no
Yeah.
point keeping him right
He
now.
should leave. He should.
Yeah, there's no
For
point
his
because you
own
have
career,
Johnny
because
and
he's not gonna even fit in the bench. So it's gonna be hard for him. But
he won't fit in because you have so many players there. And if one more CDM comes in out of nowhere,
I
United
don't
sign
see
them.
United signing anyone.
I don't see Lingard playing at all. But one breakout superstar from West Ham is Bowen, Jared Bowen,
Right.
the
Jared
right
Bowen.
midfielder. Jared Bowen. I think
he
he'll
was
make
on
an impact.
Liverpool's radar, right? I think he
Yeah, he was on
one of
Liverpool's
Liverpool's-
radar.
I don't think Liverpool are signing anyone. Even
They
Klopp
signed a
came out
centre
and
back that
told-
is more than enough.
They signed Konate, but
They
then
signed,
he's not even gonna start. He's gonna be the.
I don't think he's going to start.
Yeah, I think he will though. I think he'll take Gomez's place, and Gomez will resign to the
I-
bench.
I think
no,
it'll
but
be
you have
Van Dijk.
Matip.
I think it'll be Van Dijk
You
and
have
Matip, and then Konate.
No,
and then
Matip is
Gomez.
still injured.
Matip's
Matip
ankle
is
is
No,
still-
he played.
Matip-
No, he played the
Matip
last
played.
game.
Oh,
Matip played
I
in the
didn't
last
watch the Liverpool game.
No one
Oh,
watched.
Salah
No,
killed him
I
that
watched,
match.
that's what I'm saying. I watched the Liverpool game, and they're not the Liverpool that won the title or the Champions
Exactly.
League. Because, Alisson made quite a few saves, and Norwich actually played well. And Van Dijk, I mean, of course, we can't expect him to be at his best, but I thought he'd be better. He was a little lesser
Even in the
versatile.
friendly, he slipped and it was comical.
Yeah,
I think
he
Yeah,
played
yeah, but
against
like
some unknown guy.
he's playing football after 9 months. So
Yeah,
he
that,
deserves
that's
to
a
can't
good
blame
point.
him.
ease
That's why
in.
if you see,
to
It's
the-
gonna take
if
some
you saw
time, yeah.
Scherer's team, I think he put Allison as his goalkeeper, Scherer, because
Right.
he actually appreciated Norwich's effort against
Norwich
Liverpool.
That's the thing,
Norwich made
because
some mad
all the
signings.
three teams which came up did well. Brentford won, Watford won, Norwich did play well, but they lost. I mean, they lost to Liverpool. It's not a big deal, but then they did well.
Milo Rashika, he played very well.
Rashika does,
Milo-
yeah. I think Rashika is a man
Rashika
to
is-
watch out for.
He's on people's
Right, and then
for-
they've got Pookie, so they've got goals in them, but it depends. So Paritosh, what's your top 4 prediction?
I think it'll be City, and then Chelsea behind, and then United,
I think fourth.
and yeah, Liverpool. Liverpool coming
And-
fourth.
And where do you think Arsenal will finish?
I hope they finish top 10, maybe 9th. But
Right.
I hope they play the Conference League. I hope they play the Conference League because they need something at least.
Siddharth,
Arey, they have the FA Cup, no, bro.
See, I'm telling you this right now. We have a huge squad and we don't have Europe. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
Arey, they
that's,
have
the
that's
FA Cup, bro.
exactly
That's
that's.
their trophy.
I'll
Some
get to
European competition is needed. So,
Mhm.
Siddharth, what's your top 4? Chelsea winning the league.
Same as what Paritosh said, the Chelsea, City, United, and Liverpool. If I had to
Oh,
pick
you're
two
going
teams,
with Chelsea first, right?
No, he's going with City.
I can't state the. I mean, I really believe Chelsea can win the league, but it's very difficult because if you see Tuchel's any manager that way for Chelsea, he hasn't been very consistent. Even when we won the league, except for that one time we got above 80 points, it's been very difficult for Chelsea to hit 90 and everything. So that's what I'm worried about because of the consistency and the number of leagues we play this time. We play even the Club World Cup and everything. And Chelsea would want to bring in trophies, unlike what Liverpool did, because Liverpool had even a tighter fixture at that time. I remember, I think they sent all the kids to play
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
game and they lost final. They
against
lost
Arsenal.
final. So yeah, Chelsea, unlike that, would really want every single thing. So yeah, those 4. And if anyone has to make it other than these 4, if 1 or 2 will drop, I think Tottenham have a really good chance.
Above
Because
Leicester?
Leicester, I do see them. I just don't see their defense spanning out. I think Schmeichel is fantastic, but otherwise their midfield is also okay. But I don't see their defense really beating the top 4 defense. Whether you take United or Chelsea's shape, United's signings, and their this one, and Liverpool, I think they'll regain the confidence and everything slowly as and when they play bigger teams. And City, I'm only saying City because I love their attack. I think their attack is their strength more than their defense.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that I look for. But yeah, Tottenham have a really good chance other than these 4 because I really think their manager is great. And I think the signing of last year for them and for, if you take overall also, Højbjerg was one of the top signings for them. And it was a bargain, I tell you. I mean, he's like,
They signed him
he's one
from
of those
Southampton, right?
But yeah,
Yeah.
from Southampton.
Without Kane, you're
No,
telling.
Tottenham.
So you're telling that with Kane or without Kane?
Oh, that is difficult. I mean, the way they played against City, I really liked it. So I don't know if Kane comes in. I think their chances are obviously higher. Even otherwise, I feel Nuno is really, he's really worked hard with Wolves. He has the Premier League experience to get them where they are. Unlike Hodgson or any other manager who's managed lower teams, Nuno's actually brought Wolves to a certain level and then left. So with the Tottenham squad and with Lucas Moura also getting his confidence back with the last game and everything, I think they have a good chance. I wouldn't go
Tottenham.
for
Tottenham have signed Christian Romero, the centre
Yeah,
back.
I think he'll be a good signing. And then
major
they
role
might
in-
sign Zuma also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
playing.
And I think they'll get a striker at the end if they sell Kane. So I think they will invest in that also.
Do they have Vinicius? The
No, he went
one
back.
guy they had got.
No,
He went back.
he's gone. He's gone somewhere else.
So Siddharth, where do you think Arsenal will finish?
I I have to be very frank. I don't believe in Arteta at all. I think he was Pep's junior, and that made him the people thought he was really great and everything. But overall, I don't see them. I see them finishing in the top 10 for sure. I can't tell the position. So yeah.
So, but do you think they will get European? Forget the Conference League. Do you think they get top six?
I think they get the Conference League.
Okay.
But they won't finish ahead of Leicester, and I think they'll be close to Everton.
So Akash, what's your top four? And for Arsenal?
I go for City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, and Leicester fifth, Arsenal sixth.
That's the same. Okay. Suresh, do you agree?
No, I think like the time Ole has come in, he whenever he has finished the season, he never finished below what he has finished last season. So I think he got what he needed, a right winger and a centre back. I think the Premier League title race will go till the last day, like it happened with La Liga. I think City, whoever's on the top, they might do this and that. They might fuck up here and there. So I think the race will be there between Chelsea, United, and City. So it's just that whoever keeps their form at the end of the thing is going to win it for sure. So I think it will be City on top, United second, and Chelsea on third. And Chelsea might be on the same points as United, but the title race will go on till the end for sure.
Who's your fourth club? Liverpool.
Fourth club, I think Liverpool. Fifth, Tottenham, and sixth, I think West Ham can make it. I think for Arsenal will be ninth.
Yeah, we've got a long show here. We'll wrap it up, and maybe you guys can come next week, and we'll sort it out as well. So, thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be down in the description. And thanks for watching. We'll meet you all next week.